When they have an ad mechanism that matches up to Facebook and Instagram, I think it might be the most powerful platform on the planet.
5 in the morning. I don't know why I'm up. Our very last day in Singapore. It's been an amazing trip. I couldn't leave without seeing the Gardens by the Bay, and they are just as spectacular as everyone was telling me. We are considering moving our offices behind the waterfall here, so if you want that to happen, then please comment on this video. It's been a pleasure, as always, traveling with Aaron and Nick Martin. You know, running a global business, it means that sometimes they travel to cities such as Singapore, where we've got our office, and they actually miss out on amazing things like this because they're just working too hard. I think people have slight misconceptions about traveling with work. When Aaron or Harry or any of the other senior members of staff are away on a trip like this, it's not fun for them. It's tiring, it's jet lag, it's back-to-back meetings. There ain't no waterfalls for those guys. Yeah, amazing way to end the trip. Would you look at that? I've got the entire cloud forest to myself. So obviously I'm going to do something stupid. Foliage. Hello, hello, hello. Bloop, 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 bloop. We're kind of on the outskirts of the city.
We're pretty much in Malaysia at the moment.
What were we doing here?
We just met a new startup in the alcohol space. A bit of a innovative disruptor in a very traditional alcohol space.
What's it been like building up the team in Singapore from no office to moving office?
I think it's been a bit of a challenge, to be brutally honest. Finding good digital talent is difficult. Finding people that have got experience in this niche market is difficult out here. But we've got a really good bunch of people in the office. We've not got a massive team, but we've got a solid team of good, smart individuals. We're starting to sort of see the rewards of the growth, certainly over the last sort of 3 or 4 months. There's an air of positive optimism about the team. We're in a little bit of an immature market, so there are market challenges. Brands are needing a little bit of persuading. Influencer marketing, as I said, is still in its infancy, in its early days. So brands are a little bit cautious, so we've got a few challenges which make the growth and the sales process and things like that slightly elongated.
Hello, Aaron Shepherd.
Hello.
What's going on with you today? Not the best start.
I haven't had a good 12 hours, no. I've got 3 little dogs, 3 Dachshunds, and one of them has had spine surgery and has got megaesophagus. I think we're going to have to put down in the next couple of days, so yeah, shit. There's no pretending. You know, we said we'd be open and honest, that's the reality. I'm absolutely devastated, to be honest. So, you know, I'm so upset I'm not there as well to help. This is the reality, and you know, I always talk about it and talk about, well, what you miss out on. It's like shit like this. I need to be at home. I need to be able to deal with this.
This was at the start of a trip. Would you just...
I'd go straight home, yeah. I can't get home any quicker. I'm on the next available flight. It's been a good week. From a business point of view, it's been really good. Team are brilliant. I already had high expectations, but we've got some real talent here. So there's huge amounts of opportunity here. You can see a lot more from Singapore.
What about the Asian market? It seems to be behind in terms of how they look at influencers. Is that going to change massively in the next few years?
I think it's behind on sort of a budget point of view. You know, the conversations I've had with people is that they're seeing what's going on in the rest of the world and they want to do it. You know, I'm only talking about social and influencers. In other ways, they're more advanced. But the fundamentals of social are the same here, so there's no reason for it not to catch up. And yeah, it probably is 2 or 3 years behind, but it won't take 2 or 3 years to get there.
Yeah.
It'll be moving at 5 times that speed because it's following in the coattails of other parts of the world.
Are you leaving?
You're leaving, I'm staying.
You're staying in Singapore?
Well, I'm staying for a few more hours.
Bye-bye.
And I'll be on a flight shortly behind you. May even see
you in London.
if you like.
Oh, well, we do work in the same office. So where are we going?
We are going to Tiger Hall Productions to have a chat about TikTok.
Podcasting.
International podcasting. Woo. I've got to ask about you being in a WeWork. Do you still stand by what you said?
Yeah, of course.
It's a very precarious situation. It's needed though, because money has been ploughed into companies that don't make any logical sense for a long, long time.
What I haven't talked about is I think there is a way to turn this around. 10 years ago, all of these co-working spaces were incubators, right, where they took a percentage of businesses and actually helped grow those businesses. Like, that is a model that I think would work. They can't possibly do it at the scale that they're doing it at, because how do you do that and give the right support? I think that's the only way that they turn it around, is going down that way.
Feels like the devil has entered a church.
We're here in the Tiger Hall with Aaron Shepherd, co-founder of influencer marketing agency, the GOAT Agency. So I want to ask you about the social media video app TikTok. So what kind of business can benefit from using TikTok? And could a more serious business use it?
TikTok is just a platform. With all of them, it's about how you use it, and it's slightly different to those. It still is people putting out content that is then judged by the community. The best content rises to the top. I think we're going to see virtually everybody join. The reason that brands haven't piled into it at this point is because the ad mechanism isn't there. The back end of the platform is still not really developed. But until you can start putting paid through it and start using trackable links, and they are bringing those things in very slowly, but when that comes in fully, when they have an ad mechanism that matches up to Facebook and Instagram, I think it might be the most powerful platform on the planet.
Goodbye, awesome hotel. Bye-bye.
Have a safe flight, mate.
I want to be back soon. What a chaotic end to the trip.
Yeah, so we didn't do a sign-off in Dubai airport because Matt and I were stood at the board about to get on the plane, realised that we had different boarding times. That was the first thing.
Yeah.
Then we started, hang on a sec, we've got different boarding times. It's a bit weird. 3 or 4 minutes later, we realised we're actually on different flights. You were going to Gatwick, I was going to Heathrow. But we were both stood in the same place and we were going from different terminals. So it was very much a sort of, well, hope you make the flight. And we just sort of ran. But what a great trip, what a great time in Singapore. Amazing to meet all the team. Super excited about Dubai as well. So yeah, it's just one exciting week. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed all the content from Singapore this week. Obviously back in London now, but what a trip.
Salty rocks! I'm gonna lick one.